Very good. Happy Friday morning to everyone out there. Landon here with you to bring you your weather and night forecast presented by Ohio Valley Insurance. Take a look out there, folks. We've got the frontal boundary that remains south and east of the area. We got high pressure to our north, filtering in that northerly wind component. Folks, it's going to be another absolutely incredible day in the great outdoors. With that northerly wind component, we're going to be keeping our temperatures and humidity at bay. We're going to have some streaky cloud cover here and there, but overall, it should be absolutely immaculate. Beach Street New Sky Cam overlooking Morgantown, showing a few of those streaky clouds we were just mentioning, but otherwise, it is cool and crisp out there early on this Friday. Checking out downtown Bowling Green, the D93 Sky Cam. I'll be hopping on with the Tony Rose here around the 7:30 a.m. hour to chat it up about the weekend forecast. Looking beautiful down in that direction as well. Take a look at this sweet image, folks. We have got temperatures hanging out right around the upper 50s, lower 60s. We got dew points hanging out right around the same vicinity. It is absolutely incredible out there. I was enjoying my coffee with the dogs out on the back deck there just a short time ago. Totally worth it. Would highly recommend. It is absolutely incredible. Highs this afternoon going to be hanging out right around the low to mid 80s. Dew points hanging out around where they're at. Get out there and enjoy it. It's going to be fantastic. Here's a look at the surface map. We are keeping that area of high pressure just to our north throughout the day, but that sucker's going to jolt off to the east. Then that's going to open up the door to a southerly wind component as we work into the weekend and go on into next week. Now, that's a very important point because as we work throughout the weekend and into next week, with that more moisture, heat, and humidity arriving, we're going to be bringing rain and storm chances right back into the mixer for us. So take a look here. This is what the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere is going to be setting up as we work throughout the weekend and throughout pretty much the bulk of next week. We got this baggy trough that's sagging down here out of the Great Lakes in the Midwest region. We got a large upper level ridge building in off of the Western Atlantic. Folks, clockwise flow around the ridge, counterclockwise flow around the trough is going to result in this steady stream of moisture southwest to north and east right across the area. This is what is going to be bringing our uptick in rain and storm chances for us. They're going to be hit and miss in nature throughout the weekend, but then we'll see an uptick in coverage as we work throughout a good portion of next week, all right? So as far as the short term is concerned, take a look because we could be getting in on our next rain chances as early as the overnight, all right? Today is going to be immaculate and wonderful. You can see where the moisture is trying to stream up out of the south in Tennessee. Might get in on a stray sprinkle or two by late afternoon. But folks, during the overnight period, right around and just after midnight, is whenever we're going to start to see this scattered activity develop here across the region, all right? Might not even get any bolts of lightning or thunder out of this. It might just be scattered light rain showers. But you can see how this continues on into our Saturday morning, kind of meandering and what we were talking about there. That southwest to northeast oriented line, it looks like the northeastern or the northwestern tier of wobbles should stay relatively dry, but those right along in points from roughly Olmsted up to the north and east through Bowling Green, stretching over into the southeastern side of Barron County and points down to the south and east, looks like that they'll stand the best opportunity at seeing those rain and storm chances. You can see here as we work throughout Saturday night, and then we get into our Sunday, folks, it's just going to be a rinse and repeat forecast with these little pop-up cells. It's going to be riding southwest to north and east right along the boundary, all right? So cannot completely rule out these spotty rain and storm chances both Saturday and Sunday. Then we're going to get into the early days of next week, as you'll see here. Sunrise on Monday and beyond, we're going to have a better opportunity with more coverage of the rain chances stretching out right across the great Commonwealth of Kentucky. This will continue into our Tuesday, as you can see here. This will continue into Wednesday, on into Thursday. And it looks like just a very active pattern hanging around for a good portion of next week. Here we are looking at Friday. Here we are looking at the weekend. And finally, we get high pressure trying to build in here out of the north roughly a week or even a little bit later from today. That could finally be bringing more of an end to that active weather pattern. But folks, with that being said, it's not all been bad news with the copious amounts of rain that we have received. We don't have any threats of severe weather that's on the table or anything widespread in nature. You can see here looking at Saturday's risk, it's just got a generalized thunderstorm area with the better parameters for stronger storms trapped over from the Carolinas up into southeastern Virginia as well. Here's what I was talking about, folks. It's not been bad at all for the Wobbles community with the copious amounts of rainfall that we continue to receive. We've got moderate drought conditions that's starting to expand across central and eastern Kentucky. And we're going to keep note of that, folks. But if you take a look at the rainfall here over the past couple of days, the bullseye has been right across the heart of the Wobbles community. Anywhere from 2 to 4+ inches has been reported across the entirety of the region for the most part. So with more rain on the way, it looks like that we're going to be able to dodge even further into the summer season. Whenever we get towards the dog days of summer, hopefully we can keep our drought situation mitigated. Total rainfall amounts over the next week, we've got anywhere from 1 to 3 inches that cannot be rolled out. The higher totals and tallies are expected to be located off to our south and east across the Appalachian Mountains, stretching down over into the Blue Ridge Mountains as well. But with that being said, folks, if we see any slight shift back off to the north and west, that heavier rain corridor could include us as well. But for right now, 1 to 3 inches total here over the next week with numerous rounds of showers and storms here on the horizon. That is illustrated nicely looking over our latest 5-day weather forecast. Mix of sun and clouds today right around the lower 80s. Get outdoors and enjoy it, folks, because the heat and humidity comes back this weekend. Going to be creeping up between the upper 80s and lower 90s both Saturday into Sunday. Pop up to widely scattered shower and storm chances each and every day. And then we even get more prominent chances of the wet stuff rolling into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. But the good news is it's going to bring temperatures back down between the low and mid 80s with more abundant cloud cover and rain chances present. That's going to wrap up your Friday morning edition of your Weather or Not forecast presented by Ohio Valley Insurance. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Have a blessed, fantastic week.